quickly, we move away from that and into the NBA basketball.
Yeah.
We got, and then there were two left.
Yeah.
I mean, after everything that we've gone through, all
OKC
the hassles,
and Thunder.
now
Who would
we
have thought that
OKC,
at
Thunder,
the beginning of the season, the final
and
would
Indiana
have been
Pacers.
Between OKC from the west and Indiana Pacers from the east? Certainly, I wouldn't.
No. Well, I was even on record. We made predictions on different forums, as you know what. And those two teams were not in the picture for the finals. I thought OKC just might do it and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the east. But largely, I was going for the established franchises, the ones with the big boys. I was thinking Celtics, I was thinking Nuggets, I was thinking Warriors, and even Lakers. Now see where we are.
I mean, OKC, they look the part. They've got, is it Shai or Shia?
Shai.
Gilgeous Alexander, he's played like the MVP. I thought marginally, if it were me, Jokic, the Joker would have been the MVP
for the regular season.
For the regular season, but I cannot discredit the contribution and the worthiness of SGA. I mean, the guy he's proved to be a franchise player. I mean, how he runs the floor, his mid-range shooting, his shooting from the three, how he makes the other guys around him better, and of course, right now you look at OKC and. I struggle to look at their weakness. They're big, arguably the biggest team in the NBA, and they've got bigs who are not just big, but these are guys who can ball. You know, Holmgren.
Chet Holmgren and Hartenstein, these guys.
And then they've got a good backcourt. They can play half-court basketball. They look the part. They beat the Nuggets. In a tough series. Actually, I thought that the winner between Nuggets and OKC is probably going to win the NBA. I still think actually OKC are going to be the favorites. But listen, Pacers have not been picked from nowhere to get into the NBA Finals. They've got a bit of championship DNA in Pascal Siakam, who won a ring with the Toronto Raptors, and they've got Tyrese Haliburton-Mark, a guy who's been ridiculed by some, but he's been a key factor and was in the running for the Eastern Conference MVP.
In all honesty, he should have been.
Yeah,
it looked like the MVP was picked on Game 6 performance, and Siakam had kept them in the game until Haliburton took over in the fourth quarter.
And given the nature of the season's NBA, because no one gave. I wouldn't have put $1 on the Knicks beating the Celtics. I don't want to. I would never have fancied the Pacers to beat the Cavs.
Yeah, imagine, and that was after they knocked out Giannis.
Exactly. After knocking out Giannis.
They started with the Bucks.
So I fancy OKC.
The best team in the East was the Cavs.
I fancy OKC in the final because when you come through the West, and I still think the West was stronger than the East. In as much as I thought Celtics were probably the best team in the NBA before.
Celtics the best team in the league, but Western Conference the
better conference. My man is in OKC. I would fancy them, but I do not rule out. I can't rule out the Pacers by any measure.
It's been a playoff of surprises.
Yes.
It's been a playoff of shocks, and so I understand when you say. Even if OKC are favorites, you can't rule out the Pacers being champions.
Yeah, and the Pacers have got Rick Carlisle, the guy who won the ring with the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, absolutely.
And when they were underdogs against the Miami Heat of LeBron James, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, certainly. It's going to be tough for OKC. But OKC, why I call them favorites, Mark, in addition to what you just said, is and I've tweeted this in the different series in which they've been winning. They've been killing teams. I've called it death by active hands. Their defense is suffocating. You're talking about two bigs in Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren.
They'll clean the boards.
But they also have tenacious guys. I mean, Lou Dort and Jalen Williams. These guys are monsters. Jalen Williams is two-way. He's a monster on offense. He's actually like almost the second option after Shai.
They're the best defensive team in the NBA.
Yeah. But defensively, they are crazy. They are active hands everywhere.
I would have loved to see a series between the OKC and the Rockets.
Yeah, and the Rockets, yeah, it would be,
would have been
yeah,
a physical
physical battle and
yeah.
everything. Yeah, so the Pacers are going to have to up it because the Pacers are killers in transition, and it also starts with their defense. They get the stops, but they run the floor so quickly. Nemba and Halliburton and the guys, they are crazy.
Yeah.
They run the floor really quickly and they score in transition all the time. The OKC might not let them do that because of they too are stifling. They are defensive, and they score. Look, for me, Miles Turner up against the two bigs of OKC might be what decides this series, and I think that the two, I mean, they will overwhelm him. The two bigs will overwhelm him. The other guys might cancel each other out and all, but I see OKC winning it in 6. We'll see.